want to see if your investor would be interested in this property.
Absolutely, man. I'm driving right now. Is there any way you can text me the address and the information?
Yeah.
Whatever price you're asking.
So we just got the contract on a new deal in Baltimore. Now I live in Mesa, Arizona. This is a deal in Baltimore. I like to do deals remotely or in other markets. And so we've got the contract on this deal. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attempt to find a cash buyer in a matter of minutes. And I wanna do it live right now. I wanna show you from scratch. So stay with me, coming up. Hi, it's Jerry Norton, the nation's leading expert on flipping houses, even if that is self-proclaimed. And we are actually gonna go live on the computer and I'm gonna show you how I would find a cash buyer. And I'm gonna attempt to even lock it up and get this cash buyer on the phone, show you firsthand what I would say, how I would do it, how I would position it, and see if we can get a buyer. And I really wanna illustrate that cash buyers are right under your nose, and I'm gonna show you. So let's jump in right now and do this. Okay, so here's our deal right here. It's 4202 Kolb Avenue. It's 2,028 square feet. Check this out, listed for 149. We have the contract for 80. Isn't that cool? That's why you always make offers. You know, I tell people, who cares what they're asking, make the offer. If you make enough offers, you're gonna get deals. This is a perfect example. Now, if I scroll down here on Redfin to the very bottom, what I want to do is I want to find this particular neighborhood. Right here is Sedmont. You know, it lists out a couple of neighborhoods here. If I click on Sedmont, then what it's going to do is it's going to open up and it's going to show me the boundaries of that particular market, and it's going to show me these are homes for sale right now. We're going to go over here and click more filters, and we're actually just going to put some filters in right now. Minimum of 4 bedrooms, minimum of 2 baths. Click on house for property. We're gonna switch this to solds because I wanna see the solds. I'm gonna go back a year. Square footage, we're 2,000, so I'm gonna put a minimum of 1,750 and a maximum of 2,500. That gives me a range where we fall in. And we don't have a garage. We are a 2-story, so I wanna click 2-story and get rid of any ranches. Okay, so those are enough filters. It gave me 8 properties. It filtered it down. I'm gonna click apply filters. Now it gives me the list of these homes right here. Here they are right here. Now what's exciting here is I'm on Kolb, which is right here at the top of this neighborhood. And 1 block south is this street here called Belmar for 255. Here's Belmar right here, 255. We can see here that this was a flipper. I mean, look at this. This was a fix and flip. So full-blown rehab on this baby, did a really nice job. Now what we're gonna do is, since this is a flipper, it's obvious a flipper. Why? Because it's fully renovated and it's vacant. That tells you it's a flipper. So if I scroll down here, what I'm looking for is the history, the pricing history on this property. So I'm gonna click more here. So here it sold a few weeks ago. As of this recording, it sold a few weeks ago for $255. And if I scroll down here, check this out. February of last year, so about a year ago, is when this investor bought it for $106,000. And I can even click on this right here and take a look at it. Why is that important? Because now I can see what it looked like when they bought it. I want to do a comparison of what they bought versus my property. So if I go through and look at this thing, looks like they did a roof, looks like they did windows, looks like they did siding, looks like they did a new deck. And then their inside is just hammered. So they did all of this. Here's their old kitchen. They opened up this wall right here to open up that kitchen, as you can see here, and they just redid everything and they finished the basement. So, I mean, this thing's pretty beat up. What's kind of exciting though, is if you go to our house now and check this out, ours is the same condition, right? It's a 2-story, it's very similar, about the same square footage. It's got a loft up there, a bungalow type thing up there, just like they do. So it's pretty much an identical house. It's 1 block away, right? And if I just scroll through this real quickly here, it's about the same condition, right? Look at the inside. The inside's hammered just like theirs was. So why I'm doing that is it's giving me a really good comparison. So when I go back to our market here, this is a flipper that is 1 street away that just sold their fix and flip for $255 and bought it for $106,000. Might they be the ideal buyer for our property? Yes. Why? Again, they're an investor, they're local, they're active, and they just did a fix and flip 1 block away from our house. So I don't need to do really anything else at this point because they paid $106. I got the contract for 80. My natural inclination right now is to think, well, if they paid 106 on this property, assuming everything went well, they should probably pay 106 for mine. In a minute, I'll show you how we're gonna find this investor. But let's see if there's any others. You know, there's another one here about 4 or 5 blocks away for 270. So if I click on this one here, let's take a look at this one. Okay, another fix and flip. I found 2 fix and flips right in our market. Look at this thing. This is all fully renovated. It's vacant. This is an investor. So I'm gonna scroll down, find the price history, and then check it out, guys. They sold it for 270. They bought it for 105. Same price as the other one. Now I've got 2 properties that have been fixed and flipped, sold for one 255, one 270. Both of them were purchased for one for 105, the other one for 106. Am I establishing now what an investor, a cash buyer, will pay in this market? Yes, $105,000. What I'm gonna choose to do, what I advise you do, is I'm not gonna go try to find that investor. I could look up on public record, I could skip trace, I could call the guy up and say, hey, I saw you bought the house over on Belmar, are you interested in the one I've got on Kolb? I could do that, but I'm gonna shortcut all of that and I'm gonna go straight to the listing agent. That listing agent who sold that house represented that investor. Let's do it right now. I'm gonna contact this agent. So here's how we do it. I'm gonna click on this listing, listed by Jonathan Kirk, Keller Williams Legacy. Now it doesn't have the phone number. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Google this guy right now and we're gonna find his contact information and we're gonna give him a call and we're gonna see if we can get him on the phone. Hello, this is Jerry.
Hey Jerry, Jonathan Kirk, how are you?
Good, thanks for calling back, Jonathan. How you doing?
I'm well, man, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. Did you get my message or just my text?
Your text, yeah. I just got off a listing appointment just now. Called you right away.
Okay, so I've got a property under contract up on Kolb Avenue.
Okay.
You might be familiar with it. It is on market. Want to see if your investor would be interested in this property for a fix and flip.
Absolutely, man. I'm driving right now. Is there any way you can text me the address and the information?
Yeah.
Whatever price you're asking?
Yeah, I'll send you that right now. That was beautiful. That was beautiful what he did on his too. I see he opened up that wall in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, opened up the floor plan. Yeah, he did a beautiful job. Was he happy with how that turned out?
Yeah, he was actually. He's one of my favorite investors, so I'd love to send him another deal.
Okay.
Thanks for reaching out to me.
Yeah, no problem. How quickly do you think you'll know? Because I've got a couple other people really interested.
I mean, I could probably let you know right away. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Whether or not he's interested. And I'll send it out. If he's not interested, I'll send it out to my other people.
Okay, you got some other investors?
Oh, yeah. Yes,
well,
sir.
Well, let's get a deal done. I'll text you right now, the info on that, and then we'll go from there.
Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate you.
Yep. Talk to you soon, Jonathan. Bye.
Soon. All right. Bye-bye.
Dude, that awesome or what? Did you see how I positioned that when I was talking with him? I said, hey, when can you let me know I've got other interested investors? So I want to create some urgency there. Do you see why I went to the agent and not directly to the investor? And I could tell he was excited about it. He said that's one of my favorite investors. So I didn't even offer to pay him a referral fee because I don't need to. He already wants to bring a deal to that investor. He will gladly do it. Why? Why will he gladly do it? Because he's gonna get the relist. He's gonna relist another property for his investor, and he looks like a hero because he's bringing his investor a deal. And you notice the other thing he said. He said, you know, even if this investor doesn't want it, I've got other investors that might be interested in it. You know, so many people undervalue or underestimate the power of working with real estate agents. People think all the time that you have to find deals, or the only way to find deals is with off-market sellers. And I've honestly crushed it for the entire 15 years that I've been an investor and a flipper, working with agents and building relationships with agents, and then having those agents not only help me find deals, but help me sell deals. So I hope you learned that lesson here, and I'll keep you posted, see how this goes. He said he'd let me know right away, and we'll see if we can get this deal flipped. So pretty cool, and I'll see you. I'll keep you posted.